Welcome to another calisthenics video. Today I'm at Finsbury Park in North London. Half of this park, or part of this park, is Hackney. The other part's Haringey, so I don't want to call it a specific borough. But here I am getting some muscle ups in. Really focusing on my form, trying to keep my legs, glutes, core engaged and use minimal kip on those. And then transitioning into some straight bar dips at the top, and then from those straight bar dips going into pull-ups. So usual stuff that I practice. What I have been working on recently is the handstand, and it all started last week with a group of friends that train at Finsbury. We were practicing handstands. I've been practicing it at least twice a week, but not even doing reps, just going to the park and practicing my handstand form and getting that right. So I'm looking forward to adding that into my routine. This was round 2, and it was 20 pull-ups with the 10 kg vest. So that first round was just muscle ups into straight bar dips into pulls. I class that as a warm-up, but I'm going to call it round 1. So this is round 2. I usually do 15 of these, but I am traveling this month, so I did want to up the reps. So I'm now working at 20 pull-ups with a 10 kg vest. Did have to pause here for the last few reps, but that is also good for me. Helps me build up that strength. Where I'd usually stop at 15 on these, I've gone beyond 15 and gone to 20 reps. Then I go into dips. These are the easiest push because you're still fresh, and getting 20 with the vest is not an issue. And then from the dips, I went into elevated inverted rows, which was the hardest part of the whole workout. Again, normally doing that for 15 reps, an additional 5 reps made a big difference. Kevin in the cut with me as well. So today we done all 3 sets with the weighted vest. Well, obviously my warm-up was body weight, but all 3 working sets were with the weighted vest. So here we are doing some elevated inverted rows. And I just want to mix my training up. I've done this routine many times, but I'd normally do 2 sets with the vest, 2 sets without the vest, or 3 sets with the vest, 2 sets without. I don't want to overwork my body because I am practicing the handstand, and it is a lot of pressure on the wrists as well as the shoulders. So for some sessions I am reducing the amount of reps I do overall, just so that I don't burn myself out. I set myself a goal of getting the handstand for 10 seconds in 20 days, and I'm happy with the progress I've made so far. I know I'm talking about the handstand, you're not going to see a handstand video in this, but in the next video I will, in the next video I will include some of the handstand progress that I've made. Or if you follow me on Instagram, which is Lam Fitness, exact same name as this channel, you will see. Also, because I always forget to do this, but I will put a little subscribe button. If you do watch these videos week in, week out, and you aren't subscribed, and you do find that these videos help you in any way, shape or form, feel free to subscribe. Click that bell notification so that you're notified each time I upload. But I do upload on a weekly basis, so you should know the pattern. And most of the videos are calisthenics. So after the elevated inverted rows, 20 press ups. Again, push strength quite easy. Pull strength, especially with the weighted vest, is challenging. Kevin's gone for the higher surface, so those are, well, if we were both doing body weight they would be harder, but because I've got an additional 10 kg, mine are a bit more difficult. But the higher your feet are, the harder the press up is. So making sure I'm getting that form and getting low on each press up. And then we go into the next round. So my rest time was literally Kevin's goal. So Kevin then used the vest and I just chilled. And then I went into chin-ups for this round. And instead of doing 20, I go to 15 reps. I find chin-ups easier than pull-ups. But on this specific day, again, whether that's because I've been practicing the handstand and I'm working harder with my sessions, I definitely felt it a lot here doing these chin-ups. But I know within my head and heart that I can get 15 chin-ups with a 10 kg vest. And then from there into the dips, which I find a lot easier. I do need to get a mic. I've probably said this in other videos, but I'm going to definitely get a mic next month at the latest, so I can record the voiceovers live whilst I'm actually doing the training sessions. It will save me time. It means I don't have to come home and do a voiceover, but it also lets you hear my thoughts in the actual moment of these sessions, because trust me, I go through it. Doesn't matter how it looks. Remember, I'm trimming these videos up to make them short. There are gaps in between the sets. And yeah, you can tell when I'm pausing on reps, you know I'm going through it. So here it's just my pride and ego saying don't let go of the bar like I did on the first round. But I'm just trying to get those last few reps out without letting go of the bar and going again. And then after the elevated inverted rows, I go into some elevated press ups. So yeah, gonna grab myself a mic, a wireless mic, so I can record live. And here obviously you see that I take the elevation up, so these are harder than the previous set because I'm doing less reps. Happy to go for a harder variation, get a nice pump with the weighted vest. So if you are comfortable with your body weight, if you can do 15 pull-ups with your body weight, you should be doing some form of weighted exercises, whether that's 5 kg, whether that's 2.5 kg ankle weights. Try and get yourself into the routine of taking it up a notch. And then on this third round, it's just 10 reps and it is pull-ups. So clean form, getting my chin above the bar on each rep, fully extending my arms on the way down and just taking my time with it. So quality over quantity. Going into the dips, making sure on the dips I'm getting down. You can see a 90-degree angle there in my arms before, fully extending at the top and just taking my time. I've got a few comments in the past of people saying, hey, your form's a bit off. Sometimes I do go through the set so quickly that my form isn't full range of motion. But for the most part, I do take pride in getting that full range of motion because that's where you're going to build that strength. And then them elevated inverted rows. Because I know it's 10 here, I'm comfortable. I don't really pause like I did on the others. But you see, again, I'm still slowing down towards the last few reps. And then for the last press-ups, elevated but diamond press-ups, just to make it a bit harder, work on that inner chest. That's the workout today. I will be back next week with another video that I will include some of my handstand progress. And I've got some exciting videos loading up. Hope you've enjoyed. Hope you've taken something from it. Take care.
That's all, folks.